Hey guys, welcome. It's Joe with Joe Shrimp Shack firing up once again another live. Waiting for a couple emails to get sent so I can show you what's going on. But I would like to talk about Minnesota Co-op 2024. Last year we did our first ever Minnesota Co-op. Um, Went really great. We did it outside. The unfortunate event, it ended up being like 95 degrees. People were dying. Okay, people weren't really dying, but people were getting super duper hot. Um, so I decided to book an indoor venue. I booked an indoor venue. So I'm going to talk about it more. I'm going to wait for a few more viewers to come on in here so I can talk about it. Since this is a live, this is being streamed on Twitch, it's getting streamed on Facebook, and it's getting streamed on YouTube. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Just waiting for a couple more people to come on in and waiting for my one email to get sent so I can have something to present to you guys. Just, yeah, if you guys want to leave comments, you can leave comments in here. I read the comments. There it is. If you're on Facebook, once again, please remember that on Facebook, you have to say who you are. It just says Facebook user. It doesn't show anything. I see it right there. I'm going to go over and download this. And then I'm going to open it. I got multiple computers going on here. Save as Flyer 2024 -2. That's saved. Close that. And then I need to. Let me just do this. I think I sent it off. Joe Shrimp Shack. I did. Let me just see where I sent it. This one. I need to just send this out really quick. Reply to Joe Tyson. Nope, don't need it on this one. Discard. So waiting for more people to come in. There's a few people coming in, so I'm just trying to get this one. Will use this one. I'm just gonna click the link. It's so much easier just to click a link. Joe Shrimp Shack. Insert file. 2022. Send. And then I have to get B&B printing. If I click on this hyperlink, give me 1 second here. Print this one, insert file. All right, so let me just send this over here because I'm sending off to the printer. Boom, done. All right, welcome guys. Like I said, this is Joe Shrimp Shack here. We are streaming on Twitch, we're streaming on Facebook, and we're streaming on YouTube. So welcome everybody to this beautiful day here in Minnesota. What I would like to talk about is Minnesota Co-op. Minnesota Co-op is a get together that we do in Minnesota. Actually, I'm going to go over and fire it up so I can show you all. Give me 1 second here. Is a great show that we end up doing in Minnesota. Last year we did it in Minnesota outside, and the problem is it got just too warm. Everybody's worried that it was going to rain, and it didn't rain. It actually went over, was very beautiful out. It was 95 degrees, and people said it was too hot. So now I'm going to go to the page for you so I can show you what's going on. Share screen. We're going to share a window. I have 8 million things. I've got a lot of people messaging me now. So let's see here if I show Microsoft Edge. There it is. So if I do that one. Perfect. I'm going to share that one. So we go back over here. Perfect. Let me just kind of make it larger. Full screen layout. Boom. This one. All right. Perfect, guys. Let me just kind of close up. So this is called Minnesota Co-op. It's aqua creatures, green, and everything in between. So we deal with aquatic, we deal with lizards, we deal with house plants, we deal with anything that could possibly do where we could all come together and have a great show. Last year we had roughly about 100 vendors show up and about 1,000 people showed up here. This year I decided to do an indoor venue, rent the whole entire back half of the building so we could take over everything. Now we're going to have saltwater, freshwater, house plants, reptiles, everything. So in this, let's see if I can do this without clicking on there. I think it just shows up right here. Perfect. Well, let me just scroll down. Here it is right here. So if I Shrimp Shack right here, we're talking about the 2024 Minnesota Co-op event. I had just booked the date, June 9th, which is the second Sunday. We will be having the indoor event. Beautiful, beautiful location here in Plymouth, Minnesota. We have an awesome view. We shall have the succulents in here. We should have the freshwater over here. And guess what, guys? Not only are we going to do that, but we're also going to do saltwater. I'm going to get a hold of the local nonprofit there, and we have a separate room for them right across the way to do saltwater as well. So, guys, save the date. It's a great event. I found this one. I stumbled across it. Once again, big event center. Love it in Plymouth, Minnesota. So any more questions, please get a hold of me, guys. I did lock it in. It's going to be June 9th. The show is going to be from 12 until 5. Vendors can get here earlier. We have a lot of parking here. We shall have a food truck. I have to lock up the food trucks. But let's look at some of these outdoor views. There's a kids park here too, as well. We got outdoor. We got a little freaking garden down there. God, I love that. We have a nice walkway. Little park down there. It's going to be perfect, guys. So once again, June 9th, 2024. It's a Sunday. It's the second Sunday in June. See you there. Perfect. So as you see, guys, here's the Facebook group page called MN Co-op. That is actually the group page for people to join and get more information on this. Oh, let me just do this and kind of like not shrink up. I need to go regular screen. There we go. Perfect. So let me go back to the page. I got 20 million things open up here. So this is the group page right here, Minnesota Co-op. This is where people can go and we post more information on here. We had Melanie here, Melanie Holmes, who's known as the Queen of Dark Water. She did awesome aquascape. But we also have the business page, which we're trying to build this back up. So there it is. We'll get more information on there for the businesses on here. Let me go back to the main page here. Boom. Remove. Boom. There we go. Let me see who's all here. JL, how you doing? Ed's picked up to, hey, how you doing? Way more food trucks. Unfortunately, about the food trucks, okay, here's the thing. When you sign up for venues, you have to use their food companies on there. Now, normally, this facility is booked for like weddings and whatnot like that. So they have a lot of buffet style. Well, the buffet style doesn't work for what we do. They only had one food truck. Here's the thing with the food truck. They need to make X amount of money or the venue or Minnesota Co-op has to pay for it. So I'm trying to decide, because if they don't reach that number, then I or Minnesota Co-op has to pay the remainder balance on there. So I'm trying to make a logical decision of like, hey, what happens if it downpours that day? If it downpours the day, nobody's going to go to the food truck, and then we're liable for that whole entire money. So I'm trying to debate if it's plausible for me. Unfortunately, I would love to get all the local food trucks that we have. The menu that they actually gave me, let me see if I can find it here. Let me see here. It's called Lookout Catering. It looks like Alabama barbecue sandwich basket for $14. Trailer trash sandwich basket for $14. Smoked pulled beef sandwich, $14. Smoked pulled pork sandwich basket, $13. 50-50 basket, $13. Cheeseburger basket, $12. French fries, $6. And that's what they would offer. There is nothing else. That's the only food truck possible. Everything else is like Lunds and Byerly's and stuff that just would not make sense. So I got to decide if we do want to do a food truck there. I mean, everybody likes food. We normally go out to eat afterwards. So I'm gonna kind of like figure out. That's the biggest thing. So if I remove this, stop screen, boop, perfect. So that's the thing. Is like, if the thing is like, I try to talk to him like, look, like we can get a lot of people. They did really well. We had 3 food trucks last year, and they did really well. I hate it when someone says, but I want to guarantee. I can't guarantee nothing, because what happens if everybody eats prior to coming there on that? It's kind of like a risk thing. I'm taking a risk by putting money down for a whole entire venue. Okay, in hopes that it's going to go good. They want to guarantee, and that's the thing. It's like it's hard, because I know they're trying to run a business and they want it so they succeed, and they have employees they're paying for. I get that, but the number they're giving me is one of those numbers where it's like, that's kind of high. It's one of those things where it's like, okay, now I really need to think about it, because it's a lot of baskets that have to be sold. And what happens if these baskets don't get sold? I mean, I, being who I am, would literally go at the last hour and say, did you meet your goal? And they would be like, no, I'm $500 short. I'll be like, fine, give me $500 worth of food, because I'm the one that has to pay for it. So I want all the food then. So yeah, like, the vendors, I'm reaching out to you right now. The vendors, if you're thinking about like wanting a food truck and stuff like this, like, hey, message me, let me know, because then I need to lock it in. I kind of want to have food there because it's nice. I know my dad last year went over and grilled hot dogs for the kids. We had hot dogs pop, potato chips for $4. Of course, now we can't have any outdoor food coming in. Of course, like if there's like if you guys if a vendor's coming in and they have a little snack or what pop, they're not going to say nothing. It's about being items being sold there for edible, which sucks. But also I wanted to go over. Let me get this on here. I want to show you what's going on. It's video file. No, it's a slide. It's a screen. I'm trying to think which one it is. I want to share something. So I want to share not a slide. I want to share I'm just going to share a screen. It's so much easier. Let me just open this up over here. Boom. I think, let me see if that popped up. I got to see. Nope, it didn't pop up. Perfect. I'm going to do this. It's this one. Let me just double check. And it is. So I'm going to share the screen. Boom, there it is. So I'm going to try and enlarge this. Well, way to enlarge it there, Joe. All right, perfect. I'll just have to do it like this. So let me just go down just a little bit. Cool. So I have once again partnered up with Minnesota Plentarella. Everybody knows Linda out there. She does great planning. She literally goes over and finds the smallest little things and makes sure it goes really well, where a lot of that can get passed over by me. So once again, I partnered up with her. She's a great fixture to what's going on. It's Minnesota Co-op gets together once again. It's going to be June 9th, 2024 from 12 until 6. We'll have raffles, giveaways. We'll have presenters. We'll have speakers. We're going to have meet and greets. It's going to be great. So it's right here. It's at the Plymouth Community Center. Here's the address right here. Here's the website right here. If y'all want to know the website, it's right there. Actually, let me just put this up here. I'm going to do this right now. www.mnco-op.com. Enter. And then if I go, which one I want to do? I want to do show. Boom. There it is. So that is the website. And then I'm going to show you who's all vending there right now that we've already spoke to and that. So what's great about this is this actually stays on the website for a year. So it's active for a whole entire year. And I do get traffic on this website as well. So it's a great advertisement for you guys' business. But yeah, I know this is at the flyers right now. So if anybody's going to be a part of this, I can get you this information right here. I know one of our local nonprofits shared something and I told them, hey, don't share this yet. It's like, I'm going to get a better flyer, and they shared it. Now everybody's been sharing that one, but there are some typos from, I went to Fiverr and I had Fiverr build something, and there's like small little, like when I read it really fast, I don't see nothing wrong. But then there's a small little typo that Linda picked up. See the little things she picked up. So then I just had, Linda just made this one. Linda's like, I can just do this. Why pay Fiverr every single time? I can just do this. I'm like, perfect. Let me just try and move this forward. So if I it's kind of weird. It's like, let me just do this. Boom. Oh, that doesn't make it any better right there. But it's great because I'm going to show you some of the vendors that are actually showing up here. Let me just go to it. Stop screen. Boom. And I get this one off. And then I can go over and open up this one. MN Co-op. Boom. There's that. And I go back over here. It's been a while since I did a lot of lives. So I'm trying to like work on this back and forth. So I'm going to kind of take that down right now. So I'm actually going to go to the website itself, share screen, window, Microsoft Edge window, Minnesota Co-op. This one? Yeah, it's that one. So I'm going to share this one here. Boom. Perfect. So we are going to be changing a few things up. This will be changed right here. It's Minnesota Plantarella and Joe Shrimp Shack. Tyler, unfortunately, stepped away from the Minnesota Planet Tank. So we have an admin over there. I need to reach out to him and see if they're going to be a part of this, but I haven't heard back. So I want to give you a little brief rundown. Back in it's probably 2016, really, but 2018, I made this happen. I came up with an idea called, I wanted to open a store called Minnesota Co-op, and that's where we took a lot of people that went over and had companies and aquatics, houseplants, everything else, and kind of partnered up and made something successful. I went over and the page has been active since 2018. So it's not a spur of the moment thing. It's been like active since 2018. I've been working on it with Linda, with come up with artwork and stuff on there. Super stoked about it. So right now we have the event opening at 12 o'clock, ending at 6 o'clock. Here's the address on there. Of course, here's all the YouTube, Instagram, everything. It hyperlinks for it. I'm going through it today to make sure everything works. It's got the active listing right there for the map. Let's look at vendors. So if we go over here to vendors, we can literally cook it. So if you're traveling from out of town, I do have a hotel discount. I do believe. Let me see if I click it. If it actually does go on there. It sure does. So here's the hotel that if you're coming from out of town on here, but I tell people to go over and I will actually contact her and see if she wants to form another link to it. But if you actually call this Holiday Inn here, it's in Plymouth here, and let them know it's for Joe's Shrimp Shack, you will get a discount on there. Normally it's $137 a night. You'll get it down to $90. It may not sound like much, but it does make a difference. Back over here. Oops. That was funny because like you guys didn't see what I was talking about. Anyways, the hotel link goes to the Holiday Inn on there. So I'm going to see if they want to do a hyperlink on there to make it look, so it shows the discounts. Let me just kind of go back. Perfect. But this is who we have so far. So far, I have got a confirmed CChem with Sue. Sue will be here from CChem. She was here last year. Joe Dowd from Fluval. I'm waiting for the response on that one, but they live pretty close, so I don't know why they wouldn't do this. They did donations last year too. I, of course, am the host, so I will be there. Liquid Gardens is the botanical and fertilizer company that Tyler had, and I bought off them, so they will be there. Everybody knows Timmy. Timmy from Pet World in Lawrence, Kansas, will be coming up here. For the saltwater people, so far we have Indoflex Aquatics, which is Knox. I'm sure Minnesota Aquarium Society is going to go over and take part of this because they did last year as well too. Friendly Fish Minnesota. Everybody knows Dan Bunzy. This is Dan Bunzy's company right here. We have Chew Lee. Everybody knows Chewy in Minnesota for breeding some higher end shrimp. He will be there. Saltwater would be Vossen Aquatics, would be Chad right here. He works at BRS, but he's also Vossen Aquatics. And look at this, guys. Eric Lucas from BuyPetShrimp.com will be attending. He's from California. So he's actually going to come up with a flyer if you guys are going to want to get some shrimp brought in specifically, because normally he'll bring like common shrimp that people want, but if you want some higher end shrimp or whatever else, he'll offer a discount code and he'll bring those in. Aquatic support systems, people you've not seen Brian here in a while is Brian Dahlberg. He's like 8 minutes away from here. It's a great company out there. He hasn't done shows in a while, but I support him. He supports me. Micro businesses, that's like artists and stuff. So we got Nori Vossen from Vossen Art. She's going to be doing a big booth as well. Living La Vida, that's Linda right there. We also have Potluck Plant Buffet. So he does house plant drawings, I guess, if you want to sell it like this. He doesn't have a hyperlink. He's going to think about doing a hyperlink. All right. So far on the house plants, we have Jordan Beeman with bloomcapture.com. He's a houseplant person, and also he is an admin for Minnesota Houseplant Collective. So he will be doing 2 tables, and then he's got a workshop table for Minnesota Houseplant Collective on that one. We also have Lux Tropicals that is going to be having a booth there as well. These were the sponsors we had last year, and I'm sure if I reach out to all these people, they're going to want to sponsor once again. It's kind of like, usually when people do something, they usually keep on doing it. Let me just do this. Let me just get back over here. Let me go over here and go back to the home page. And then I go back over here. There we go. Let's see some messages here. That's crazy. They'll make good money. Yes, they do. Minnesota Co-op. Hi. Once again, when people come on Facebook, you just got to let you know that it just says Facebook user, so I don't know who it is. Just to let you know. But the chat is kind of quiet today. Do you guys have any questions for me about this? I will be leaving this weekend for a show. I will have my employee here. Let me just kind of make this full size. Boom. I will have my employee here this weekend. I'm going to try and get some more nanofish brought in. I got to get this arrow off me. There we go. So then I go to a show and I come back Monday. And then I'm here for a week, and then I have my Louisiana show, which it's called Aquafest. So Aquafest is a great show. Let me actually just kind of like pop it up right here. Might as well multitask right here. So I do this one and go back over here, do Aquafest.com. Boom. Go back over here and don't need full screen. There we go. And I go back over here. So I will be doing Aquafest down in Louisiana. It's March 23rd and 24th. Eric Lucas and I are going down there. I'll be bringing plants. I'll be bringing shrimp. I will be bringing the Liquid Gardens line as well. It's a great little show. If you're down there, we'd love to have you there. It's a great little venue. They have great food down there. If you are a vendor, please reach out to the staff for Aquafest, or if you're looking to be a vendor, please reach out to them. They're looking for a few more vendors there. just be honest with you, like it's a smaller venue, so smaller niche groups. They're limiting how many vendors can go in there for the niche groups. I know like shrimp is they consider it a niche group. So Eric and I, we've been doing it since they started, so they allowed us to go in there on it. Because the problem you end up having, once again, I explained that if you have a small venue, let's say 1,000 people show up, you can't have 40 vendors selling the same thing. It's just the profit margin's not there, especially when we're flying. We got hotel expenses, we got all this. So they made a rule last year where they're limiting the amount of niche group vendors in there to allow the vendors that are already going there to make a little bit more money on it, which was a great idea for them on that. But this is a great show. Last year we got about 1,200 people. I went down there about a month ago, and I went to local fish stores, and I went to a few other places, and I dropped off flyers to try and promote a little bit more. Excuse me. I'm going down there on Thursday, before the show, to actually go take more flyers to more places, since it's a few days prior. I just thought a month prior is way too soon to hit like the local hotels, dropping off flyers there, trying to get a hold of some Uber people to advertise. But yeah, I'm going to go over and go down there and bring some more down there. Let me just go back over here. Boom. There. So 2 great shows coming up. I love it. There's going to be more vendors down at Aquafest. I do believe Timmy's going to that one too. I do believe Sue from CChem is going there. Will from Quantum is going to be there. Eric will be there. Coral View is the sponsor down there, so Coral View, of course, is going to be there. A lot of saltwater vendors is going to be there as well. I'll have a 10-foot booth. Eric will be on the back side of me, and I'm sorry. I have a 20 by 10 booth, and he's got a little 10 by 10 booth. I'm kind of big. I kind of take up a bunch of space. But yeah, I am super stoked for this Minnesota one. Please, if you guys reach out to me on this, allow me some time to respond back to messages and emails about it, to the fact of I do have a lot of shows and I have a retail store. I look super huge with this camera. Is there a camera out there that makes you look thinner? Sucking in like that. But yeah, I'm super stoked about it. Once again, I will go over and I'm going to put it up here right now. Boom, 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 boom. Minnesota Co-op. Let's go back to the Minnesota Co-op. There it goes. Boom. Once again, it's Minnesota Co-op get together. It's June 9th. Oops, I can't scroll right here. I have to go over here and scroll. Boom, 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 boom. Actually, let's use the flyer. The flyer works so much better. Remove. Just do it this way. Stop screen. Open this one up. Boom. Flyers work so much better. Everybody is super quiet in here. Did you guys go over and not get enough coffee as well? Entire screen. Oh, I need to open it. Sorry. Close. Share. There we go. Enlarge. I like how when you click the enlarge button, it goes just a little bit more. But that is what we're doing right here. June 9th. It's super awesome. I want to thank everybody that has already signed up. Oh, you're multitasking, JL. Not a problem. I know I didn't announce this ahead of time that I was going to do a live. I should probably do that. It was actually brought up to my attention yesterday by someone if I'm going to do a live. He said he'll be watching in and out. So I'm like, all right, I probably should. You know, I haven't done lives in a while, so I decided to go do it again. So right now we're at the half-hour mark on our live. If there's any questions about this event, please let me know. I'm going to let you know what's going on today. So today, I leave on Friday to go to a Pokemon show. So everybody knows I kind of have a passion, as you see, for Pokemon. I actually do really well with buying and selling Pokemon. I have worked with Chum-Li. I've worked with professional football players. I have worked with Logan Paul. I've referred some customers over to him to buy some product. I've gotten his NFTs before for doing that. Let me see what Limit says. All right. So yes, I have worked with my buddy. He's got a card shop. It's called it's called Common Guy Sports. It's here in Plymouth, right here. What's your Pokemon Go trainer? So I do not play Pokemon Go. I don't play it. I collect it. Big difference. So went over and I go to a lot of shows, and what they have me do is they have me purchasing a lot of product for them to sell in the future, grade, sell, everything. It works really well for me. It's one of those things where I got into Pokemon. Let me just do this probably a lot easier. Boom. I got into Pokemon during the pandemic. Not playing it, but collecting it, because it's a collector's type thing. It's kind of like if people collect shoes, or people collect hats, or people collect shirts or purses or whatnot, fish tanks. It's kind of like the same concept, and I've done really well with it. I've learned a lot from it. And I know some people have been negative towards me doing this. A lot of people do it. I mean, let's be honest here. The venues we go to probably get about 10,000 people per venue, and they do 12 a year. They get a lot of people going to these venues. It's called Collecticon. CollecticonUSA.com is actually the venue. We have a lot of people showing up there, a lot of autograph sessions. I think Lit is showing up this weekend. I don't go there for the band because they play like 2 songs. For me, it gets kind of loud. And everybody kind of concentrates on that when I'm actually sitting there trying to do what I need to go do. So, what I got, I always turn my phone upside down, but now I see. She sent an event link. Oh, there is an event link. Definitely going. I gotta approve this. Context location using full access. Calendars. Right here. Add events only, full access. Oh, full access. There we go. Boom. Add. So I'm just trying to see. All right, so let me go in this one right here. So now I can do this one. It's super cool. So I'm going to take this one off and remove this one. And delete this one, stop screen. Okay. And now if I do this, I think she made an event. So I'm trying to go to the event first. Then when I go to the event, I can show you what the event is. Let me just 8 million messages on there. All right, so just 1 second. I got 8 million posts on here. I just gotta. It's funny because like normally, like when I do a live, there's not 8 million messages coming in. Like usually, they just go on my chat and they start talking about it, which is fine. So this one, they're requesting it. There we go. Boom. So Linda made a. Let me just go to Linda. Maybe this is on Linda's. I just got to see where she made it. It's not that one. Oh, it should be underneath. Okay, I'm looking here. I got 8 million notifications. I don't have any. Oh, is it under my personal one, Linda, or is it going to be under? I'm trying to find here. So that's the page. Let me see if I can go to your page. I know everybody's like, you should be playing this more often. I get that, guys. Try this one here. I do not see it. Just to let you know, I'm trying to get it right here. Refresh. Not on there. Notifications. Minnesota Plantarella. Let me see if it's on there. Oh, that's... Hi! Linda's got me on her live. I can literally see it. Oh, so it's underneath. It should be under your notifications. Just accept it. So it's going to be under. Make sure you log into your main Joe Shrimp Shack page and accept the call. Okay. Oh, so that's what it is. So let me log into that first. See, now that makes all sense. So I got to go to main Joe Shrimp Shack one, and then go to this one. Here it is right here. Take this one. I have to accept it. Perfect. That's accepted. Perfect. So now we made an event. So let me go over here because I know I'm going to have to end up sharing it on here. Let me just copy. Okay, copy event link. I'm going to share it to a group. It's a lot easier if I share it to a group too. So if I go to share to this group, post it here. Boom, done. So now if I go back to the Joe Shrimp Shack page, Joe Shrimp Shack, the group page, should be, there it is right there. Now we're cooking, we're shaking, bake, everybody. All right, so let's go to it right now. So let me just do this, share screen. And we're doing Microsoft one, Joe Shrimp Shack, share. Make sure I'm on there. Perfect, right, perfect. Go back over to the Joe Shrimp Shack page. And so Linda, who's super awesome, made a link, or she made a event for this. So it's super cool. We got an event right here. We got it all up to date. You guys can hit it saying going, interested. We love it if you guys go. As we build the page up, we'll be announcing stuff on here as well. Meet our host, Minnesota Co-op, Joe Shrimp Shack, and Minnesota Plantarella. Perfect, perfect, perfect. We got all this stuff on here. I greatly appreciate it. So I will be sharing this all over the Minnesota pages and probably Iowa, Wisconsin. I'm trying to keep it in a small little area to advertise it versus doing it all over the place because honestly, maybe the people in Germany might want to see it, but I don't think they're going to come out here. Let's be honest. But I love the fact. Thank you, Linda. I greatly appreciate it. We have the event on here. So once again, if you guys go to Joe Shrimp Shack, I will literally back out and I will show you on the group page. It is literally right there. I am going to go over and pin to featured. Boom. And I should be able to, I'm able to share it on here. So let me see if I go back to my regular account. If I go back to the regular account, and then I go to Joe Shrimp Shack, I should be able to share it on here as well. Yes, I'll be able to share it. You guys will be able to share it as well. So everybody knows, like when I share, I can share to 8 million pages in like 10 minutes. Oops, let me go back to the page right here. I like, boom. There we go. Let me go like this. Boom, keep it right there. Perfect. So it's super cool that we go on. Thank you, Linda. I appreciate it. She's like, welcome. So I love it. I'm super stoked about this. I actually believe that Minnesota Co-op can be a really big show in Minnesota. I believe that I know Minnesota's not a big like Dallas, Chicago, all these different types of places, Orlando. But here's the thing that sets us aside in Minnesota. Okay. We get really bad winters. This year we got we had no winter this year. So it's affecting more stores because usually in the wintertime, the local fish stores for freshwater are super busy. Unfortunately, when it's 60 degrees, we have no ice on the lakes. When it's 60 degrees, people are more apt to go outside and do stuff versus working on their aquariums. But normally, it's super busy. And the thing is, we have so many groups in Minnesota: Minnesota Pet Fish, Minnesota Fish Keepers, Minnesota Planet Tanks, Minnesota Shrimp Keepers, Minnesota House Plant. All these people love getting together. It's called Minnesota Nice. We get together, we eat hot dish together. Yeah, sure, you betcha, don't you know? And we can make things very good. I would have never thought last year that we would have got that many vendors and that many people with only myself advertising about it. So this year, I'm going to set it up for success and ask all the vendors to go over and grab flyers from my store if you're going out places and pass them out. Ask their permission first so we don't get in trouble. But then go over and you share as well. I'm trying to get a hold of the reptile lady. What is the reptile one? I would like everybody that's going to be vending to actually reach out, because I reached out to her last year. She couldn't come due to the fact of conflicting. She had a different event that she's doing. This one, I already sent the information to her. Linda, do you remember who the reptile page, the big one that's up north? It's on the tip of my tongue. I have a lot on my mind today. It is called, she's messaging me. Come on, guys, help me out here. I'm going to actually Google it while I'm here. Minnesota Reptile Snake Discovery. That's what it was. Snake Discovery. So I am wanting you guys, if you're in Minnesota, going to be there, try and get a hold of Snake Discovery and kind of request them to go to the show so I can get a confirmation of them going. I think it'd be super cool that she does this. Reach out to others, reptile people as well, if they want to come in here. I think it'll be a great idea for them to come in here. I got a few cards from the last show I went to, but I'm going to reach out to the reptile page and put this on there as well. So yes, we do have an event page right now. I know last year when we did an event page, we had way more people show up than what people were on here, because of course a lot of people do not do Facebook. People don't do groups. Some people don't do event pages like this. Be honest, I don't do half the event pages anyways. So I would greatly appreciate if you guys can go on the Joe Shrimp Shack or go on the Minnesota Co-op or go on the business page for Joe Shrimp Shack. Share this on your guys' pages, and let's make this super awesome. Last year I did lives. You can go on the YouTube channel and you can see the lives I did last year from it and see how many people are there. We had giveaways. We had the Shrimp Princess, the little Jersey, walking around. She was so proud. Picture a 6-year-old. I got her a dress, got her a beautiful dress, got her a tiara, got her everything. And she's walking around here. I'll show you a picture of her. That's this year's picture. This was last year's picture. She was walking around. I'm the Shrimp Princess. I am, and she was like, move my camera by accident, trying to get the photos back on. It's funny because like the camera I have, I don't even use the stand for it. I use the stand for the pictures. She is walking around nonstop. I'm the Shrimp Princess. Which is beautiful out there because it's all about the kids. If we don't get, let me just turn this camera a little bit. If we don't get the younger generation into this hobby, the hobby could in theory start fizzling out. We have to start like getting the younger crowd into it. Last year we had aquascaping with kids. We had a kids coloring contest. I'm going to actually reach out again and see if they want to do that. It's a great idea for the hobbyists that are here or even businesses to take a little bit of time and, get a kid, grab a kid, make them successful in the hobby of whether it's aquariums, aquascaping, house plants, anything else like this that you're passionate about, because if you're passionate about it, I'm sure they will get passionate about it as well. And that's what matters in this industry, is getting the more people on board about this. I've been super stoked with the shrimp. Um, I've been really stoked about the Pokemon as well. Um, the shows that I go, I love going to shows and helping promoting other shows out there, just because of, it's a big country here and it's a big world, and there's a lot of different things that can happen. And, um, why not make people succeed, set people up for success? Um, if you're all about like, hey, I don't want to share little things, but I'm kind of large just right here. I'm trying to see the small face of me. There you go. If people are all about just what makes them successful and they don't want to share what steps they made to be successful, then, find someone that's willing to do that. When I got in the industry, I reached out to a lot of people. I talked to a lot of people. I learned from these people. And I move forward from that. And then I try and set other people up for success as well. When I have worked with other people, different shows, I have said, like, hey, this is what I would do, but it's at the end of the day, it's their show. They make the decisions of what needs to happen and stuff. It's kind of like my friend, he had a baseball card shop, a baseball and football card, did sports. And I pushed him towards the Pokemon. Now Pokemon's a very big part of his store. I mean, he's doing 12 shows a year, going to all the collecticons, selling Pokemon and buying Pokemon. So it's one of those things where it's just like, encourage the people. Now, I will say I did get one of my friends into like sports cards. I got him on an app called Whatnot. And Whatnot is where they do live auctions and breaks. And he went on there and went hog wild buying stuff nonstop. So I felt bad about that, but it's like, you have to be able to control your addiction as well. If you go over and you're spending $10,000 on sports cards and you don't have that money because you need to pay bills, you probably should not be doing that right there. So just kind of be conscious with what you do. But yeah, so what's changed since the last live I did too? I did a little bit of organization in my office here too. I'm running out of space for the Pokemon, so I got to figure out where I'm going to start putting, because every month more stuff is coming out. So every month I'm literally trying to find spots in my office to do it. And as you see, I got stuff right here that need to get put out. I got the Time magazines. I ordered the Time. It's super cool. Like, if you guys haven't done this, like, I'm going to tell you right now, get one of them out. Time magazine came out with Pokemon. The whole thing's about Pokemon. There's 4 magazines that are collectors. Get into it. Grab them. They're at Walmart's. They're at Barnes and Nobles. But yeah, definitely, I want you guys to go over and be a part of this. This is something where we got a lot of local vendors. I mean, yeah, we're going to have some manufacturers. Cobalt Aquatics said they're going to come out there. JBJ is going to be checking to see if they can make it out this year. But this is a lot of local vendors. We're talking smaller micro businesses that are doing it out of their house. They're renting small areas. That they're trying to expand their businesses. So it's a little bit different than the bigger trade shows where these are set up people. Like, yes, at the other shows, there's smaller businesses there. And it's a great venue. There's a lot of venues out there. This gives an opportunity for you, if you're in Minnesota, Iowa, Wisconsin, North Dakota, South Dakota, or if you just want to come up here, to partake in something that is going to be, growing. I'm going to be doing this every single year, and it's going to get bigger and bigger every single year. And I love it. And I would love for you guys to take part in it too. I started my business back in 2017, or technically 2016, and I've been growing it since then. So I would love for you guys to take part in this. Maybe scroll back through in this event. It's June 9th, 2024. It's hosted by Minnesota Plantarella and Joe Shrimp Shack. It's going to be taking part at the Plymouth Community Center. The address is all listed right here, 14800 34th Avenue North in Plymouth. We have hotels available if you're traveling from out of state with a discount. Amazing local vendors. We got a lot of meets and greets. We'll have talks. It's something I'm very passionate behind. I think this can work really well. Now, there's a few little hookups. Keep in mind, when there's only two of us planning this out, it does take us a while to do stuff. Flyers are being made. Let me just see if he responded back to me. Not yet. I sent it to him though. So it works really well if we all can kind of come together, hence Minnesota Co-op. So with that, guys, I plan to do an hour long one. It's roughly about 50 minutes. Is there any questions I could have? If you guys have any questions, otherwise, I'm going to greatly appreciate you guys for stopping by my page, watching with me. If you're watching this not live, thank you for watching. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't hit the subscribe button. Leave a positive comment on there. Give a share. I could use all that to keep on growing the page. I know I've been kind of dormant because I've been concentrating on my businesses, but guess what? I'm back. I love you all very much. Otherwise, let's go back up here. Oops. I almost hit the remove. I've done that before where I hit the remove button by accident and then all of a sudden, boop, done. So, guys, thank you very much. Thanks for watching. I'll have more updates on this one. Love you guys very much. Peace.